Yes, sir. Here on ABT, you're going to be seeing the professional fights tonight, celebrity boxing on ABT. Peter McGowan, along with Bill Connolly, Vice President of the NEABF, and Paul Stivaletta, our resident expert, along with John Horrigan doing the camera work. We'll be right back on ABT. Thank you for the opportunity. Peter McGowan, along with Nick Previti and Paulie Stivaletta for ABT. Nick Previti is the Chief of Officials in the NEABF. On our tape, you asked from the Whitman Armory, Nick's an old pro at this. You asked him if he wanted to be a judge or a referee, but what would you have to do to get into refereeing or judging?
I have certain guys that have been boxed. Most of the ex-boxers make good referees or judges. So what I do is I run a clinic. 3 or 4 times a year, I meet guys at a certain gym. I'll talk to them. We'll have guys doing boxing matches. They'll be in there like refereeing and see what's going on. I'll have guys judging it. And if they meet the criteria, yeah. And a lot of people don't understand, and the referees and the amateurs now, you can't be over 46 years old starting. We've had a few pro referees that are great guys, but because of our rules and regulations, they can't, referee, and they feel like they're left out. But I got to go by the amateur rules. Sure.
What's the criteria to be a judge? Would that kind of follow the same guidelines?
Judges are a little different. You like guys that have boxed before. A lot of guys had never boxed, but a lot of guys go to a lot of fights, and like I said, they try to score it themselves, and some of the guys are pretty good. We give them a shot at it.
Oh, that's great. This is Fight Night on ABT, Atlantic Boxing Television. Peter McGowan along with Nick Previti, Paul Stivaletta, Mr. Bill Connolly, and we'll be right back.
Thank you.
Thank you. So we go from the frying pan right into the fire, Paulie. We're doing the pros now here on ABT. Peter McGowan with Paul Stivaletta. Paul, give us a little insight, please, on the mindset and what's going through your head the night of a professional fight.
Well, being here tonight, you got a little more excitement than we had at the amateurs, as far as I'm concerned. I think you might be feeling the same thing. Tonight, you're seeing the growth of an amateur fighter turning into a pro, a more seasoned fighter, a fighter that's in here more to reach the heights that his goals were as an amateur, dreaming about it, getting to this point, and he's here now tonight. Those who have records of that are records 20-0, or those who have 15 and 10, whatever their records are, they're here each night to fight, is to build up for that one opportunity, is to become a contender, and a contender from there to fight for a title bout. And tonight is the night where you're going to see some serious fighting, some real hard punches. This is for real tonight. This is their lives up there, their ability, their everything they worked for and dreamt about happens here. Each fighter that gets up there, his dream comes true each time, each round, as he wins and tries to fulfill his dreams.
It's for the whole ball of wax tonight. These guys, McNeely though, he's an old friend of ABT.
Yes, Peter is. I remember Peter from before he was born. His father, Tom, him and I fought together. And when Peter was born, he stayed at my home when his father fought for the heavyweight championship in Montreal against Floyd Patterson. And never believing that, taking care of that little baby Peter at that time. And now here he is fighting professionally with 23 wins and doing a great job and a great candidate for the heavyweight championship of the world. I think that's going to be possible within the next year and a half, that he may have that opportunity. The way he's progressing, his training is excellent. Seeing that at each show that he fights is a better performance of him. His opponents are getting tougher and tougher, and he's still doing an excellent job at putting them away and using his ability, his combinations, his tremendous condition that he's in to find his way to get to the top, and he's doing that with all the work and the character and everything that goes with it that we just heard from Mr. Connolly. Said it as an amateur to here he is, and tonight we're going to see a great fight against a good opponent, and hope that we see the best of each one of them opponents come out of them tonight.
Larry Davis is going to be Peter McNeely's opponent tonight, Paulie. We were talking about, you were talking about conditioning and so forth and the mindset. For a professional fighter, now reaching the plateau and The fight night, what's going through his mind? What does he have to do? Just keep focused?
Well, a fighter, when he's a fight, is one fight at a time. He can't think about next week's fight or next year's fight, or even think about ever fighting for the championship when he's fighting this opponent tonight. It's all that's on his mind. Previous to this night, the training, the road work, the boxing in the gyms was all for this one fight tonight. And after this fight, his next dreams, his next workout, his next the thing he does is to concentrate on the next bout. Tonight is to work on this bout tonight. So he has nothing else in his mind right now. In that dressing room, he's preparing. He's thinking of what he's going to do on this opponent, how he's going to do it, and these pictures are going off in his mind of what happens in between each round from his previous fights, what it was like, what it feels like to be a little exhausted or get caught with a good punch, and how to overcome that punch and find opportunities to throw your own combinations and find out the weakness of his opponent, which he's going to have to work those first rounds in finding those weaknesses that he can use to come up with a win or a knockout, whatever he can possibly get through it.